Yo, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome, welcome. I know it's been a little while, but welcome back. First off, want to say appreciate you guys for coming in and tapping into a new video. I know it's been a little while. But first off, want to say that this video here is going to be about a small little introduction into Apex Trader Funding. A couple people in my Discord community that I trade with, when we trade options, we're wanting to know how I trade or how I set up an account when this prop firm called Apex Trader Funding. Excuse me. And I'm gonna just try to do like a little brief introduction on how to do so that it's beneficial for you guys that don't know how to do it or are curious on how to do it and what to look for when setting up an account and wanting to purchase an account. So first off, you'll go to apextraderfunding.com. If someone gives you a referral link, you pretty much just click the referral link and they'll set you up when you go to actual account setups, which are these ones here. So you'll have a Rithmic and a NinjaTrader plan, which personally is the ones that I use. If you are someone that's able to trade from home and you have a PC, you can choose this platform plan to trade from your PC. Also, you can be able to use it on your Mac too, but you have to download a parallel platform that allows you to use Windows on your MacBook so that you can use this as a platform for you. Now, if you aren't able or don't want to, you can still trade on your Mac, and they have a Tradeovate and NinjaTrader plan, which pretty much is just NinjaTrader, or you can use Tradeovate platform to trade off of that, which is still another platform that you can trade from PC, or you can trade from your MacBook on there. You don't have to download another program. Use Windows, you can actually trade on the Tradeovate platform. These accounts here are all are all different when it comes to your full accounts and your static accounts. Your evaluation process is not that difficult. They pretty much are self-explanatory when you read the accounts, but we'll go into that briefly in a moment. So when you come to NinjaTrader, when you come to Apex Trader Funding, you can see here that they have a lot of different videos when it comes to understanding what you're doing in the process of trading with a prop firm. You can able to receive 100% of your balance when you make up to your first $25,000, which is dope. After that, it's going to be 90-10. You get 90%, they get 10%. You get 2 payouts a month, which is cool. I mean, it's like a job if you think about it that way. And then you have to qualify in 7 days, as little as 7 days. I mean, you can take as long as you need to, but if you want to get in and get your crap done, you can do it within 7 days, and then after that, you can pay for, which I want to say is going to be your. There's like a little fee that you pay for, which I want to say is like $150, so that you can actually get your performance account or your personal account, which allows you to be able to make money from that account. You can trade full size on these contracts. So once we get into the actual accounts, you'll see the contract sizes you're able to trade. There is no scaling or falling by going over contract size. There's no daily drawdowns, which is cool, and you can trade on holidays and on Sundays too. But pretty much the information you're gonna need to know is all self-explanatory here when it comes to your funding program and your process. And make sure to watch the videos too. They're very beneficial. They have a lot of videos in regards to a lot of different questions people may ask. So again, you have a minimum of 7 trading days. Excuse me, there is a trailing threshold. That's self-explanatory when it comes down to that. As for those that do know, when you trade futures, it's 24/6 or 24/7. No, 23/7. Sorry, there is a time gap. So since I'm in Pacific time, I think it's from 2 to 3 or 3, oh, 2 to 3 or 3 to 4. I think it's from 2 to 3 p.m. There's an hour off, and then you're able to trade again after that. But you can't say if you have a trade that's going into that cutoff time, you cannot trade that. They close you out from that trade. And then you have your maximum position size, which I'll show you in a little bit. You can trade during the news, which is good. A lot of other prop firms don't allow you to do so, which I understand. I wouldn't say I'm biased on both ends, but it's very understandable when it comes to being able to trade or don't trade during the news. Because, for instance, one of my accounts here that you guys see on the bottom screen, the middle one, I was trading on POW the first day and blew that account, that performance account. No, I mean that evaluation account, because just how the fluctuation of the choppiness of certain moves were, and I was getting stopped out a lot of the times. So I pretty much blew that account. But I actually do have two accounts that I'm trading on right now. But the other one isn't showing because I bought it yesterday after the hours of it being closed. And then the one simple step is you can hit your profit target before your max, but you hit your max drawdown, which is in 7 days, and then you can qualify. So pretty much they're saying that you hit your profit target before you hit your max drawdown within that 7 days of trading, and you qualify. So you hit your three. So I trade on 50K accounts. So if I hit my $3,000 mark profit target and then trade in that 7 days, then I'm pretty much good. You can, before then, I can pretty much just trade small entries. So if you're trading with minis and you get your 3K, what you can do is you can trade on micros and then just, get in and get out type of scenario, and then just wait for that 7 days to hit. And then by that time you're good to go. And then you're able to just pay for that account, and then you'll be able to trade on your PA account. Now, going into the accounts themselves, the full accounts are probably the best when it comes to your trailing thresholds. And the static accounts, your thresholds are a little different, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. So, okay. So there's no, okay, so from the static account, there's a drawdown, which is $625. And then from here, you don't have a drawdown, have a daily drawdown. That's kind of difficult to really understand when you're thinking about like what is a drawdown, but we'll get into that in a moment. So for your contract size, so say we trade a $50,000 account, you can trade up to 10 minis and 100 micros, and then your profit target is going to be 3,000. Your trailing threshold is 2,500, and there's a lot of videos out on YouTube when it comes down to understanding what a trailing threshold is. So pretty much, if you make $500 on a trade, but you don't take profit from that trade, and it goes and you say your stop loss, hit your stop loss, and you're down $500, that's already $1,000 move. So now instead of it being 2,500, now you're down to 1,500. If I'm not mistaken. I want to say that's how it's done. But your threshold pretty much just fluctuate on how much profit you make to the loss that you make. So if you're up profit and you don't take the profit and it goes back to 0 or you lose out on the trade, then you deduct that amount that you take from your trailing stop threshold. And that's happened to me a lot. That's kind of a confusing thing. And I probably butchered it a whole lot, but I've had accounts that have been up, didn't take profit as on what I wanted to do, and the move came back to break even, or just past the break even to me taking a loss, and then blue account from only having a minimum of the day of a like $700 loss. And that's happened to me before. And I'm just like, what the heck happened? But it's just that trailing threshold that's pretty much a factor of when you're up, you take your profits and let that be, so that the fact that when pullbacks happen or the trade doesn't go in your way, you still have some cushion instead of it being to a point where I'm up and don't take profits and then, you lose on the trade. Now you lost a whole gap full of on that whole move. Um, and then your license is free, which is cool. For those that use NinjaTrader, your license is free, so that you don't have to worry about the data and everything. And it's beneficial because I like this platform. I know a lot of traders out there are not a huge fan of NinjaTrader. Probably the old version they're not a huge fan of. I think this updated version is beneficial to me. I particularly like. Um, but that's just, TraderBait's really a good platform too. It's just your own personal preference. Now, when it comes to these accounts, it's honestly up to you. I think bigger size is better when it comes to more cushion. Yeah, your profit goes a lot more, but you're actually able to trade with more size and being able to have a cushion on when you're up on a trade or losing on a trade and be able to kind of get in, get out, or, take a step away from, if you say if you lost on a trade, say if you lost $1,000 on a trade. On these smaller accounts, like say if you trade on a $50,000 account, that $1,000 loss is big. It's gonna be on your mind, making you think like, oh, I got a revenge trade so that I can lose that, get that money back that I lost. And a lot of times, you lose even more. I've been thankful enough to be able to trade on, these deval accounts, to be able to trade and take a loss and then, make that money back and some on those trades. But, a lot of the times it doesn't work that way. And I've lost accounts because of that. So be aware of that. So understanding like, yeah, you want to trade on these bigger sizes, which is cool because it allows you to have more cushion to be able to take a loss and then work back that loss in due time. And since you have however much time you choose to be able to trade on these deval accounts to make up to hit your profit target. So that's beneficial being able to trade with a bigger size. But I like to trade on the $50,000 account just because I know personally that I can hit that $3,000 goal. I just have to be able to stick with my rules of not over trading or don't take stupid trades that I don't need to take when I'm already in profit and just working to hit my 7-day part. Now, for those one that want to know if I'm a funded trader, I am not a funded trader. I've had several times that I've hit my profit target and I've had hiccups with either I'm trying to take a micro trade and my charts aren't loading for me to be able to correctly, that I'm still I'm in a mini and not even notice until like I'm seeing that I'm down on a bigger size play, and then I'm trying to work back what I lost and then I end up blowing an account. And I've had an issue with just taking dumb trades even though I was already up. And then even when I was trading on micros, I would take a loss and I'm just like trying to make up that loss and then end up losing a lot more money and then dropping into minis and then trying to make up that loss and then you end up blowing the account. So make sure when you start trading in these eval accounts that you go in with the plan and you stick with that plan so that you have goals set for yourself that you don't have to trade to make $3,000 that same day. You can make, $50, $10, and just work up that way and try to like give yourself a goal of how much money you want to make every single day. And you don't have to trade every day, but if the setup's there, take the trade if you can, and then just work towards getting to that profit target. And maybe by that time you get to that profit target, you already hit the 7 days or past the 7 days. Or if you get it beforehand, then just make sure that you trade on a smaller size, or you just take one trade and don't let it be a big trade. But that's beneficial. Now, when it comes to buying these accounts, you can see every single month the prices fluctuate. Right now, thankfully, that Apex has a sale going on, which is one of the huge plus sides of trading with Apex. They usually have a lot of different sales. And the sale right now, they have a 90% off on these accounts. So when it comes down to it, when you get these accounts, you are going to go in with, basic information, and your information can be trading with the 50K account. Excuse me. And this account right now, if you were able to fill in this information in, and if you use the discount code, I'll have my discount code on this area right under where it says the 90% sale, 90% off sale. There's my discount code that you guys can type in and use. Right now, this account, instead of it being $167, it's at $16.70 right now. That's stupid cheap. So imagine for those that have been trading for a period of time. I've been trading for almost 4 years now, and I wish I kind of knew about prop firms beforehand trading. I probably would have been a lot more successful than I've been, but I've gotten to be able to understand different avenues of the stock market and the market itself. But if I would have known this, I probably would have been able to take a lot of advantages on trading futures more than options. But the cool thing is that if you're an experienced trader enough that you are comfortable with your trade setups and understanding of risk management and etc., you can get 20 of these accounts, which is so cool. Like, one of these, also a big plus side with Apex is that you're actually able to trade with up to 20 accounts. So with 20 accounts, that's great profit for you if you're able to sustain profit every single day and being able to manage your risk management so that when you get to your payout period, to be able to request that payout, you're actually able to, have a nice abundance of, profit that you're able to have once you get that account. So right now this account is at $16.70, and trading up to 20 accounts is it's a big task. I mean, personally, one to 5 accounts to begin with is probably the best option to start out with. If you are a experienced trader, then do your thing. It's your call on how much you want to trade, how many contracts, and how many accounts you want to trade. But it's beneficial to be able to know that you can trade up to 20 accounts and how cheap it is right now. Now, I want to say the sale ends in like July. I want to say July 5th or July 6th, but I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure when. So I just know it ends in July. I want to say like the first week of July. But yeah, you have to fill out this information. You'll put in a code. You put the coupon code. With that coupon code, would allow you to get 90% off on this 50K account, which will be $7. And that's really, really cheap. And even when it comes down to having like those 100K accounts or those 150K accounts, 250K accounts, 300K accounts, that's just like, they're so much cheaper knowing that you're going to be paying, I want to say this will be like 30 bucks. No, that's going to be 65 bucks. It'll be like 65 bucks. But just knowing that you can be able to pay like 65 bucks for a 300K account, trade up to 35 contracts. And knowing that your profit target is 20K, but that gives you so much cushion to be able to trade with more size contracts and being able to set up your at the money strategies to be able to, take profits when you feel fit and letting those runners run. But knowing that your drawdown's at 7,500, that's a lot of cushion, like a lot of cushion for you to be able to just be comfortable with like, all right, I know that I have this amount of cushion to be able to take bigger size trades, or when my setup, pulls back a little bit before it actually moves where I need it to move. When it comes down to when you pass these accounts, depending on the account that you are trading with, you will be able to buy or purchase that fee to be able to trade on that account. So if you have a 50K account and you pass that evaluation phase and you pay for that fee, and that fee lasts you for like 10 years, if I'm not mistaken, or it's a lifetime fee. I think it's 10 years or lifetime. I want to say it's 10 years. You're actually able to trade with that 50K account. So imagine if you pass that account when you're trading 300K, you now are trading with 300K in your account and be able to profit a lot more. It's a bigger task at hand to be able to deal with, but just know that, okay, if I pass this, I'm trading with a huge size, and knowing that you can make up to a lot of money with that account. So knowing that you can, that first 225K profit is all yours. Imagine if you hit that profit goal again after you get that performance account and you hit that 20K again, and by the time it's time to request that payout, you can give yourself some cushion to be able to take out $10,000, and but that's just a lot to think about. But when you get down to that point of understanding of how it is after you pass that evaluation phase and you're in your performance account, it allows you to be able to go from trading with the same size accounts that you've been trading with beforehand, and then just being able to give yourself some cushion on profit that you make and how much you leave in your account, so that you have a cushion, so that when it gets to the point of you won't have a threshold anymore, or a drawdown. You won't have a drawdown and you won't have a threshold when you have your performance account. So you still have a understanding of a cushion. So like if you get to a certain, okay, you won't have a trailing threshold, but you have a threshold that you have to worry about. If you get to this particular stop loss on your account is blown, then you won't trade that. You won't have that account anymore. But giving yourself some cushion at the time of your payout allows you to be able to work with a little bit more. So say if you take a couple losses on that account, it allows you to be able to have a little bit more cushion so that you can work back to getting to that point again. Like I mentioned before, there's a lot of different videos on this platform and tools for allow you to be able to understand what's been going on. They also have some great softwares which will allow you to be able to trade with multiple contracts. If I can find it. Oh, here it is, the copier. You can use this trade copier, which allows you to say, for instance, you're trading on NinjaTrader and you have 10 accounts, but you personally don't want to trade each individual account one by one. And, you want to be able to profit the same amount on each play that you take. They have a trade copier. There's other platforms that you can use that have their own trade copiers, but NinjaTrader, allows you to be able to purchase their trade copier for $150, and it allows you to be able to trade, all those accounts all at once, so that like say if you have 10 accounts and you're trading and you have the setup that you need, and you made $1,000. Imagine that you had that in your personal account and your performance account, and that's $1,000 a day. So if you have 10 accounts, that's $10,000 that you made in one day, just within those 10 accounts combined. And this allows you to be able to trade all those accounts all at once. And that's a really big beneficial thing that, it comes down for those traders that trade with multiple accounts. There's a trade copier for you to be able to use, and they have a big discount, 75% off. Instead of paying almost $600 on the account, you're paying $150. You can use that. Just go into their tool setups and look at the different tools that they have that might be beneficial for you to be able to have that you use to trade, and go from there. Make sure you look at their help desk and the frequently asked questions. Oh, that's already. Because there's a lot of different information that you might, excuse me, want to know. and then you go from there with just different videos, and then just a lot of different things that you can look at and use within that. But yeah, hopefully that helps. This video kind of went a little long, but there's a lot of different information for you to look at and go through. That might help you. Make sure you guys use those different tools. Also use referral links, referral codes. If you have someone that someone that trades on Apex, if not, there's a referral code and up there above my head, or you can use. I would have a link in the description below. I guess you'll just have to copy and paste it since I don't have enough subscribers to actually allow links on my YouTube. But hopefully that helps. If not that, then just look on YouTube. YouTube is a open wide dictionary of information. But yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. If you have any other questions, and I appreciate you guys. Ciao.